Do what she said. It's always something. Hello, everyone. My name is Katie, and welcome to the Greenland Quilter. And if you heard me say a bad word, you know what happened. Oh my gosh. I don't know if they can you hear me? Because I don't hear anything. Well, I shouldn't hear anything, actually. Let me know if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, now let me get this other dumb camera back up that decided to die. Hi, Tammy. Welcome, welcome. It's good to see you. Hi, Shirley. How's it going and how's your husband doing? I hope he's doing all right. In the grander scheme of things, anyway. Hi, Nanita. Welcome, welcome. Somebody must have went and looked that word up. Hey, Judy Smith. Welcome, welcome. I'm trying to get my other camera up, so bear with me here. It decided to conk out just as I was coming up. Hi, Bonnie. Y'all don't forget to do the poll, but don't go look it up. You got to guess. Hey, Andrea. Welcome, welcome. I was going to put it into sentences, but the sentences were too long for the poll. It only lets you put so many words in the poll. Okay. Uh-oh. I'm just trying to get this phone up so I can log it back onto the Zoom. I knew that'd come out of my mouth in a minute. Hi, Sherry. If any of you want to join me up here and be my wingman, please say something and I'll send you a link. All right, we're going to stay participant. We need to turn that off and then flip the camera. And then we need to do this and then turn it. Let me see if it's gone horizontal yet. Okay, we're horizontal now. Now let me get back up here. All right. Okay, let's hope that stays that way this time. You're going to see a bit of a glare because the sun is really bright on the left side of me. We got a PET scan results yesterday, more tests scheduled for Tuesday. Okay. He is sitting in a chair getting dialysis. Howdy, everyone. Okay, I think I got everybody. Now let me pop this screen out so I can get the rest of this screen off my desktop. And move it. Okay. Hey, Lil Wayne. I just missed what. Uh-oh. Hey, Katie and all my wonderful quilting friends. I need y'all's help. I goofed and deleted my old channel and now have to start over and need followers. Okay, I'll see what I can do after the live. Bonnie says, I'm watch you from my TV, so I'm kind of in the background, love watching your lives, love seeing your countryside. I'm from Michigan, around the outskirts of Detroit area, so just wanted to say hi. Hey, Bonnie, welcome, welcome, and I'm glad you're watching. Hey, Cindy. Okay, so tonight we're going to work on Midnight Sky. It's one heck of a block, let me tell you what. But at the same time, it's fun. It's really, I think a beginner can do it because mainly you're dealing with flying geese and 4 patch blocks and and 2 half square triangles. So there's a half square triangle here and one right here. The rest of it is flying geese, and it's just all put in a different way of doing it. The 4 patch blocks are done from strip sets. So all you have to do is make, you can used two. I went and did. I got carried away and made lots of colors. But yeah, you can do strip sets, or you can cut to the size of the block that you need and sew them together as a 4-patch. So it's a really simple block. It's just got a lot of moving parts in it. Katie, do you have the exclamation selfie on? Yes, you can share it. Just type exclamation selfie. Anyone who has a channel, please promote your channel and help Luane and go over and like and subscribe to his channel. Actually, I think I have you in the bot. Hang on a minute, Luane. I don't know if it's going to, will it share the same channel link, Luane, or is it a different one? If you had to make a new channel, it might not be the same link, I bet. Sewing with Luane 2.0 at their channel. I don't know if that's the right link or not. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'll show you how I got the block laid out. Okay. And then I'm just going to walk you through doing a flying geese, just in case someone in here doesn't know how to do a flying geese. I'm just going to do it the way I've been doing it. I do one at a time. There's actually 1, 2, 3. There's 6 of these flying geese in here. So those of you who are more that like doing more than one flying geese at a time, you could do it your way on this as long as you know the size of it. Okay. So here is the layout of the block currently. This is how I'm going to do it. So I did strip sets. Wait a minute. Yeah, here we go. I did strip sets. So all I got to do is finish sewing them to make 4 patches here. I've done all the flying geese already, but I'm, like I said, walk you through doing a flying geese. We have half squares here, and then it's just a matter of sewing these in pieces. So this is what it's going to look like. Love the Midnight Star block. I am sewing lots of blue half square triangles for our kit today. Hey, Andy. So in the book, let me show you the book. It shows you doing this like in quadrants. So look at the other camera. So as you can see, you're doing this part of it, and then you're going to do the opposite on this side, and then everything's going to attach itself, you know, as you sew it together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do this section first so you can see it come together, and then I'll come back over here and do the opposite side, and then I'll join the simpler stuff to that. That's all you got to do. And if you have questions, let me know. And I'll have this layout right here so you can see this block right here as well. So, and then I have a couple of things to show you that I got this week while I was tour guiding. Nikolai bought me these items while we were out. And I'm going to have to lay my design board down here on something because I don't have enough space for this big board. So what I'm going to do first, here's what I'll do first. I'll go ahead and put these strip sets that I've sewn together and sew them first, okay? And then after I've sewn, I'll go ahead and sew both sets of them. I'll get those done first. Then I'll walk you through doing a flying geese, and then we'll go from there. Hey, Andy, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Hey, I fell asleep in the middle of your live last night. Sorry. And hello, Alex. Welcome, welcome. Did I miss anyone else that just came in? If anyone wants to come and sit in the Zoom window, let me know, and I'll send you a link. And if you're a channel owner, creator, type exclamation selfie. Hi, Judy Hebert. How you doing? Is it still really hot in Georgia? Oh, and I need to change feet. Right. All right. Hi, Nanita. So what I'm doing is I'm pinning these 4 patches together and then I'll start sewing them together. And I am sewing these seams open on these 4 patches. The only thing that I didn't do an open seam on is the flying geese themselves. Okay, here's block number 1 pinned together. Going to have to pin the next one together. And I'm trying to keep them in the order I'm doing them because I've set the colors in a certain way and I'd rather not get them mixed up. Katie, what is the name of the book? The name of the book is called, hang on a second so I can show you the cover. It's Quiltmakers 1000 Blocks. And this is what the book looks like. It's a collection of quilt blocks from today's top designers. And you can find this on the Amazon. You can also find it on Barnes and Nobles as well. And there's several people now doing this sew along with me. Hey, Lori Colgan, welcome, welcome. I also posted, I've been posting the information of the book and the blocks that we've done so far, because this is block number 15 we're doing. This block is called Midnight Sky, and it's block number 540 on page 277. Okay, Sherry. All right. So what I'm doing, I'm almost done pinning this first row, and I'm going to go ahead and run them through the machine as I did them in order. Alex says she loves this book. Yeah, I'm enjoying this book a lot. I'm going to be doing, I have a little surprise for you guys tonight, because we have one more block to go in this set of 4 that we voted on this last time. And so I'm going to show you the next 4 blocks I'm going to put up for a poll for voting so that we can do them in the order you vote them in. And there's going to be one that's mixed media. And those who have the book but don't have the CD, I have a link that they can go and download the printable PDF for the part of this one block. You're going to need foundation paper piecing for it. And I'll show that to you after we're done sewing this block, because I did print out the paper piecing part of the block so you can see what it looks like. So what I'm doing is trying to sew these in the order I have them laid out here so I don't get mixed up. Now we're going to pin these 2 together. How's everybody doing today? Has everybody had a good week? So, and also, what have you been working on this week? Or have you just been chilling for the whole week? Babe, did you want to come say hi to them? Tammy says, okay, gotta head out. Have to make sure I have everything for the class I'm taking tomorrow. Have fun, Tammy. It's good to see you. Andy, are you doing okay? As in Andy with Crafty Witch, because I thought I saw something about you weren't feeling well. Katie, can you pronounce that word? It's sesquipedalian. Hang on. Sesquipedalian. But I'm wondering if that IAN is got a sound in there. But it has lots of yeah, it's a very long word. Let me see if I can find someone who's an online thing where they can pronounce it better than I just did, because some of these words are tongue twisters. All right, I need to copy the word itself. There we go. No. Hang on a minute, guys. How to pronounce sesquip? Yeah, pedaling. Okay.
Sesquipedalian.
Could you hear that, honey? Coming from the channel. Hold on, yoga, everyone.
Sesquipedalian.
Let me know if you heard that. And if you didn't, I'm going to use my phone to have it pronounce it back. I can't see the chat at the moment. All right. Hold on a minute while I get it on my phone. Just starting the churn dash 6.5 blocks of red and white. Always wanted a red and white quilt, says Cindy. Will you be Luane? Wait, Luane says, hey gang, if you're a mod member, a modern member of the QuiltCon 2026 site is up and you can buy early bird tickets. Non-members can start buying September the 17th. Already ready to put the charm blocks. Sherry says she's almost ready to put the charm blocks together in the quilt. Yay, that's awesome. And then Alex says we have storms coming in later, so it's quite a bit more pain and very tired. Yeah, I know about the pain. Hold on, I'm going to get the word so I can put it up here where you can hear it. Okay, let's see if you hear it.
Sesquipedalian.
Let me know if you can hear that.
Sesquipedalian. Sesquipedalian. Sesquipedalian.
Hi, Michelle. Michelle says, hi, Katie, Nico from New York. Glad Nico is home. And they're saying, yes, they heard it. Okay, good. Now you know how it sounds. It's a very big word. We'll see what you guess for the answer. Don't go looking it up. But yes, but still can't pronounce it. Yeah, it's a tongue twister. It's one of those words that it's like with your tongue, you know. Any idea what plot? Wait, Sherry, any idea what block pattern you would use? I never can make up my mind. So many patterns. Sherry, you're talking about the channel sew, right? That's what I thought you were talking about. Michelle says, Katie, I have a question about your block. On the upper star on the left side below the flying geese, should there be a dark square? Hold on. Let me pin this. Okay. Let me move this aside. Okay. I'm going to put this up by the camera where you can. So you have flying a solid block on this side of the top of the left. Then you have flying geese here, then the 4 patches, and then the other flying geese. And then you have this big block here, the smaller block here, and a half square triangle here. And then it will lay out to look like this when we get it sewn together. So everything I have sitting out on the design, yeah, let me show you the design board. This is how it's laid out. That's how it should look before you start sewing stuff together. I already have the flying geese sewn together, so there's that. Yeah, Sherry says, yeah, the no name quilt. And Sherry says she's going to take a picture of the layout and put it on my Facebook group. Okay, does that help? Whoever asked that question? Yeah, it was Michelle that asked the question. So, but I'll make sure that you can see me putting it together too. Right now, what I'm doing is sewing the first set of 4 patch blocks together. Yep, the no named quilt or the unnamed quilt. So the reason I haven't put a poll up for those names that y'all helped come up with is because I misplaced a piece of paper with the list of love your block. It's black and white. Actually, that is navy blue, Cindy. The camera just can't register that it's a dark blue. It's like a midnight sky blue. Katie, can you please? Navy blue is good too, says Cindy. Yep. The troll came, honey. Okay. All right. Oh, I missed one. Oops.
Get your face.
Okay. I'm kind of busy about this minute. Everybody still there? After our little visit from a visitor that was being naughty? Cindy, you can look it up on Google. That's because I booted his behind and put him on a 24.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Solar.
Yeah, the sexual kind. kind of really, yeah. What are we looking up on Google? Okay. I'm trying to, this is supposed to go. So what I'm doing is I'm going to lay these back out so you can see them because I had these laid out a specific way. Okay. Got this blue one coming down here on the bottom. Can everybody see what I'm doing right here? Or is this too much? Here, let me put it. I'm gonna have to get my little seam roller on it in just a second. Okay. Did you sign up for Under the Seas, asked Shirley? I missed the boat on that one. I was after Marina, and on the first day that they put it up for sale, I had to wait until my salary came in my bank account, and it didn't come in until the late afternoon time. And when I went to get online to buy Marina, it was gone, sold out. So this will be the first time in 17 PMQs that I'll be sitting it out. But I am doing the or the Mystery 50. I am doing that because I got my kit before it started. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm making sure that I have dark coming through here. So for this set of blocks. So, and then I just turn them so the yellow was going the other direction. So I'm going ahead and sew these two together and these two together. And then when I have the two together, then I'll sew across. It was the only one that I really wanted to do, Shirley. I already have a purple quilt. I didn't need another one. But I hadn't done a turquoise one, so the Marina would have been perfect for that, doing that. Hi, Sandy. Welcome, welcome. Will that be plagiarism if you give copies of the paper? No, because the link is over on Interweave's website and they're giving the PDF file for free. I just can't, if you don't have the book, but you go and you download the free PDF, you can do, you'll be on your own on what size fabric to use for the paper piecing, because I can't give you that unless you have the book, and the book will tell you what to do if you have the book. But if you don't and you want to do the paper piecing, that's up to you. But the ones who have books that don't have the CD with their books, because some people bought books that are either used or the newest edition didn't come with the CD, the company put all of the files that are used for foundation paper piecing and applique on Interweave's webpage where you can download it for free. So nope, not plagiarism. You just have to go and get it. And I haven't shared the link yet, but I'll share the link here directly after I show you what we're going to do or what you're going to be voting on. And the vote will go up probably Monday. I'll start putting the votes up because our last block will be 2 weeks from today from the set of 4 you've already voted on. And then I'll leave that up until about 4 days before the first sew for the next set of blocks. And then I'll let you know what percentages, where the percentages were for that. Hold on, let me go get it. Oh, you mean the block? Wait, let me backtrack. Laura, you want to know what page the block is on that we're doing now? Or you want to know what page? Tell me what you're after. Okay, Google. And Google again. Quiltmaker. Come on, laptop, catch up. Oh, there we go. Didn't know what it was doing. Okay, for the paper piecing, here is the print the PDF files for you to download. And I was gonna wait until after we got this block song to show you the next one. Hold on. It's on page 231, Lori. I know I've sent Judy. I see it. It's okay. Andy, I guess he's decided to come pay us a visit today. Is it yes, it's clown go around. Yep. Yeah, and he changes his name, Alex, quite a bit. So you must have multiple accounts. And it'll take me a while to re-add more of his crap to my ban list. Just ignore him when I'll take care of it. Or one of or Andy will. Someone will. If I don't catch it fast enough. I think that one will be fun to do, Lori. What do you think? It's pretty simple. I don't think it's going to be too hard to do. And then if people like this this particular way of doing a mixed media, then what we could do is add maybe a little more technical one to as one of the next set of blocks. I just wanted to see what kind of feedback I get first. No, I know you are, Judy. I wasn't, please don't take that as I was being, I don't know, something. It's not you, it's the person. Is your chat set to be a sub for? No, Luane, because I don't want to block non-subscribers to my channel, because 30% of my viewers are not subscribed to my channel. And I don't want to have to shut that off. Yeah, definitely a scrap buster. Yep. And I think if we get quite a bit of feedback with the ones who are making the blocks, then we could do more like that to add to this collection of blocks, because this is definitely going to be a very scrappy quilt top. Alex says, I'm all about using different things in quilting. Yeah, so I also want to talk to you. There's a block that I really want to do, and it's very modern looking, and I think I would like to make like a little mini wall hanging out of it. And it has applique in the paper piecing, but it's just a circle. Circle, yeah, it's a circle. And I got to thinking, it does look like the circle's a little bit on the small side, but I wouldn't mind doing what we call a reverse applique on it. Me too, Katie. I will be happy to help. Yeah, because I've never done applique other than I've done reverse applique, and that's been it. Hopefully these meds kick in, because oh no, you have COVID? Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetie. Oh my gosh. I hope you get to feeling better and it gets past fast. I was trying to block him, but the poll popped back. Yeah, I think I got him blocked, but he'll probably go change his name one more time at least, because that's the second time he changed his name. And I'm pretty sure it's the same old person. Because I have multiple lists of Gizmo in my block list. I like using ribbon, silk, faux leather, real leather. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear you're sick too, hon. I'm so sorry about that. You must have got that from QuiltCon, I take it. Not QuiltCon, sorry. Comic-Con. Great news. I don't want you in trouble. Make sure you drink plenty of fluid, Andy, because that'll help with the respiratory part of it. The more you drink, the better. Big hugs, and we hope you feel better soon. All right, let's get this sewed together. Now that I got it all pinned up. Pinned like a pin cushion. Okay, I think it's slip out. I probably shouldn't have pulled those pins when I did. She says, oh yeah, I got 3 cups here. Good, good. All right, let me show you what this block looks like now. I will be taking a lot of this over to the iron soon too. But let me go ahead and show you this, and then we'll talk about how to make a flying geese for those that don't know how to make them. I'm pretty sure all y'all do, but I'll still do it just the same. So here's the block for the top half. That's this, right? So it'll be for this section right here. That's what this looks like. There you go. And that is a little bit off right there. Okay. I could fix that. Wouldn't take but a hot second to fix it. Okay. So there's that. Okay, now about the flying geese. I've been doing one at a time because I'm not good at doing two at a time or four at a time. So I choose not to do that way because I never get them. They always end up bad. So what you do is you draw a line through your first block here because you're sewing onto a rectangle. And you make sure you got the angle going in the right direction because you're going to fold this back like this, okay? Which means I better take this off. See, I haven't folded this side yet. So let me get this done first. And then I'll put it back on here so you can watch me sew it. Okay, now I need to cut it. And you want to have a quarter inch, just all you have to do is trim it to a 1/4 inch seam. And I save this extra pieces right here and I'll sew them together into a smaller half square triangle. And then I'll use them in a scrappy quilt that I've been working on. And then you're going to press it forward. And then I use my little handy dandy seam roller here. This one, and see, I cut these squares just a little bit bigger than the rectangle so that when I get this 1/4 inch seam allowance up here, it's not off because sometimes I run into that problem too. And I line up the bottom and the side here. I don't worry about it overlapping on the top because I'm going to trim it to the size it needs to be anyway. And then I pin it. And then what I'll do is I'll sew on this diagonal line. And I need a different foot. Put my seam back in the middle. And then we'll sew this side. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. Sewn the angle here. And then all I'm going to do is fold it over to make sure it fits the way it should, which it does. So I'll go ahead and trim the excess off on this side also, 1/4 inch. And I'll save that piece, fold it over. And I can't tell you what size this is supposed to be, but what I'm going to do is take my ruler. And because I have, bigger on the top, I'm going to line things up. Make sure everything lines up. So that I have you want a 1/4 inch seam allowance right here above the point of your flying geese. And then I just trim it. And now I have flying geese all ready to go. That's all you do. I know it seems like I did an extra step because of the way I do it, but at least by having a little bit of leeway up here, I can trim down and have the proper 1/4 inch. Uh-oh, he came back again. Hey, Nico. Baby. Honey.
Oh,
I am being trolled by a troller. He's saying nasty things.
you said?
Yep.
Look at the
Yeah, Andy got him this last time and I got him before, but he keeps coming, he keeps changing his name. Okay, now let me show you the design board again. Now that I've showed you how to make a flying geese, I'm going to put this up here. You'll see this is going to go here, okay? And then what I'll do is I'll sew this to this on this side, this on this side. Then we'll sew this flying geese here and this one here, okay? We're going to join all of this together as one quadrant. Then over here to the right of this block, you're going to sew this square to this half triangle right here. Then you're going to sew these two together. That's another piece. And you'll repeat the same setup here on this side too. And then you're going to just join it all across. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and sew these two together here first. Or go ahead and start these. Uh-oh. My design board's making my keyboard do funny things. That was kind of funny the way you told Nico. Well, there's this particular person, and if you think about it, he is sexually harassing us or sexually harassing me. That's harassment of that kind of harassment. Then you got the ones that come in and just say bad things. And he hadn't been in my channel in quite a while. Sherry is getting there. I'm getting there 3,100. You are rocking it, Robin. I want to learn, but I don't want to learn on something that big of a scale. Hey, Sylvia, welcome, welcome. Time to change my feet again. What did I do with the other one? Yeah, there it is. Okay. Quarter inch set. All right. How's but Robin's working on her English paper piecing. What's everybody else working on? And I think that Sherry's working on the quilt with no name for our channel Sew Along. How many blocks do you now have done, Sherry? Sherry, I think it would be a great way to pass the time while sitting with Ed in dialysis. Yeah, I mean, I could think of, let's see, we could do some EPP or some hand quilting or crocheting or knitting. I am trying to get in too big of a hurry here. Okay, we're going to turn this one down next. Hey, Teresa Louise, how are you? Do you want to come join me on the Zoom? Have you been out berry picking? LaWayne says, I am working on finishing Mr. Rogers #2, clue 1 of Under the Sea and clue 7 of Flyaway. Yeah, I need to be working on my Flyaway. I need to get caught up because I'm behind. I'm behind on 2 different things that I'm going to try to concentrate the next few days on. Most of the time I go to water aerobics during dialysis, but did not today. So next weekend, if the weather is good, me and Nikolai are going off grid. But I will be making videos the first part of the week, either making videos or I'll probably go live, I think. I don't know. I'll figure something out. I may do part live and part premieres, and then set a couple of the ones to hit the screen on Friday and Saturday that y'all can watch. Because I have some tutorials that I've been working on that I can use for while we're gone. But we'll leave Friday afternoon after lunchtime, and we'll be back Sunday afternoon. And then I'll play catch up the following week on everything I might get behind on because we took off. We may be going reindeer hunting. If he doesn't do the reindeer hunting this weekend. We were going to go to Nanotalik, but we've had some winds from the southwest. And apparently this is the time of the year for this kind of wind. And it's always worse in Nanotalik, so we may not even get to go to Nanotalik this go around. We might have to wait till next year. We're always at the mercy of Mother Nature. If she's having a bad day, you're not going anywhere. So I will know either Wednesday or Thursday for sure if we're going off or not. If not, we'll probably go another weekend in September. But it was the one weekend I knew that I didn't have to work cruise ships. Because this upcoming weekend, I'm working cruise ships. Wait, yeah, I'm not this weekend, but the 26th I'm doing, I think she said the 26th, and let me look. Because Nikolai's working tomorrow. He's doing coffee mix, but I'm not working tomorrow of all things. Let me see. I'm working the 26th and the 28th because I have tours on both days. Robin Marie, I want my #1 crown back, says Luane. Type more words, Luane, because it's based on words you type. And did Teresa answer my question? And oh, she did say yes. Okay, hang on. Let me get the Zoom link. I should not have taken a bite of those pigskins.
Why?
Because I'm sitting here.
Hungry?
No, I'm hungry, but I don't want to get this all over fabric. Put it that way. You know what I'm saying? I should not have took a bite of them. Let me see here. Fridays. Okay, we got this code, and then I go to Facebook and send it to Teresa. Judy says, I'm working on a block pattern, finishing 6x6 after trim. When I was very young, I made a very bad block and block quilt. I am now working on hopefully a much better quilt block. Hey, I think you already did the Twilight one, didn't you? Not, or something. Sorry, guys. I'm having a bit of a brain fart here. I need my keyboard to find Teresa. T-E-R. Okay, link is sent, Teresa. All right, let me get back to sewing. That was supposed to be block in a block. Okay, got you. Hi, honey. I see you.
I've been there. I mean, I'm sending hi to once in a while.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you missed the troll. Yeah, I did. That was wrong, Judy. We're working on night sky or something like that. Midnight sky, that's it. I don't know why I want to call it twilight. Maybe because it reminds me of Twilight. How long is your shore leave this time, Nico? They're asking you questions, honey.
Hello.
Really? Hey, Melissa, welcome. Yeah, I thought you were caught up because this next one's going to be the next one will be in 2 weeks will be Star Dance. You're funny, Luane. More like me getting under his feet. I turned this block the wrong way, doggone it. It's supposed to be like this. Hey, Joe. Welcome. When you're looking at this block, it looks like it's going to be humongous, but I don't think it's going to be any bigger than the usual size of 12 and a half.
Hi, Kate.
Hi, Teresa. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
How you been doing?
Oh, not too bad. Trying to survive in this smoky climate.
I hear it's been smoky over that way.
Oh, man. We've got fires all around us.
Be concerned.
It's really, 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 really smoky out there.
Yep, I can't even imagine. My asthma would be going crazy if I was
Oh,
there.
yeah. I had to do my inhaler this morning for sure.
It's kind of hard to keep smoke out of your air conditioning system.
Yeah. I don't have an air conditioning system, so we're just trying to keep everything closed up.
Yeah.
But it still seeps in, you know.
Yep. And it makes for a very hot house. So you know what our temperature's been the last 5 days now? 70 degrees or more.
Wow.
We had one day where it was 81 degrees.
Was
Yeah.
that like a record?
Yeah. We never had those kind of temperatures.
Yeah.
I think the highest I've actually ever seen it since I've been here is 72.
Huh.
And it
Even
was
that's
yeah.
pretty warm too, right?
Mm-hmm. Especially when the sun is shining and your house has lots of windows. It's just like, oh my God. Hey, Danny.
Well,
Good to see you.
it was almost 90 here today.
Yeah, I was wondering if it, besides is the fire keeping it that temperature, or it's
Oh,
just
can be
normal for
warmer.
you?
That's pretty normal, I think, for August in this area, that we get up in the 90s for a few days. It's not really unusual, but and I haven't, by the way, I haven't picked any berries for, I don't know, probably 4 days at least. I'm
Well,
pretty much, I'm done. I'm done with the berries.
okay, I was wondering about that. But if you're also having to breathe smoke, I wouldn't want to go out in it.
Oh yeah, I couldn't do it. I'd have to wear a,
Respirator.
yeah, something.
They're wanting to know how long the smoke will stay.
I have no idea. There, a
Now,
whole
those
bunch
are
of firefighters came in today. The one fire that is, they call it the island fire, and it's about 15 miles from here. And it it jumped a little more than 4,000 acres and overnight.
wow.
And anyway, so there all kinds of big equipment came in through here today, like well, water trucks for sure, backhoes, uh, cats, what, you know, all the equipment
Yeah.
they use.
Yep.
But there, I'm trying not to worry too much, because if I, if we needed to evacuate, there would have been already a fire management team in the area with billboards and meetings and all this stuff, you know. And it hasn't gotten to that point. So
Well, hopefully it'll stay away and not come your way.
my biggest thing is the smoke, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know where I could go there, because the whole West is on
Yep.
fire, you know. There's fires everywhere.
And I think it was 2005. The entire state of Florida was on fire. And it was the weirdest thing to see. The smoke was so thick, it was like it was at nighttime. When you walked out
Yeah.
the door, it was like you were walking out after dark when it was noon in the afternoon. It was scary. And the smoke was so thick that, I couldn't even go out in it. And we were having to put filters and everything, extra filters on, you know, on the AC and stuff to try to slow the smoke down. I don't know how I survived that, but I did. Teresa,
Yeah,
come here. We'll do some shop hopping, says Joe.
that would be fun.
Definitely would be fun.
Yeah, I think smoke from the fires like this bother my asthma the most.
Yep. All of
That
this
and
smoke,
perfume.
all of,
I can't
yeah,
stand perfume.
all of this fire in North Florida happened before my husband passed away, and he passed away in 2006.
Mm.
And then 6 months later, we had moved out into the country because I had to find a cheaper place to live. But it was the fire had started in South Georgia, and it come across the northern part of Lake City, and it just got into the Osceola National Forest, and boom, it went.
Oh,
Because the forest, Osceola National Forest is huge. And remember me telling you how I came about having Ichi? Oh, she was a rescue because this man was a backyard dog breeder, and his house was right in the middle of Osceola National Forest, and he had like 6 litters of puppies on the ground at the time. And Christy comes home and says, "Mom, you got to help adopt these puppies." I'm like, "I have 4 big dogs out in the yard," because they were German shepherds. She says, "But she's just a tiny little dog. She won't take up any space." So I went and looked, and she did look pitiful. She was 5 weeks old, so I had to finish bottle feeding her. And I guess the trauma, she must have experienced trauma, because they say if a dog experiences trauma the first 6 weeks of their life, they tend to end up the way they are as an adult dog. So she couldn't handle loud noises or thunder or doors slamming or people raising their voices. She couldn't handle any of that.
Hmm.
Make sure y'all share your channels, exclamation selfie. What you plan on working on tonight?
I got some things I need to do with that bird collage.
Mm-hmm. Is it coming along pretty good?
Yeah,
You want to show it to
yeah,
everybody?
sure.
Okay, you're spotlight.
It's just the bird. Just the bird.
Wow, look at you. Oh my gosh. That looks wonderful, Teresa.
Thank you.
I want to be like you.
So I need to figure out what background I want to put it on. So it's got fusible on the back.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I'm going to figure out my background, and then I don't know. I just have some stuff to do. I haven't been up here in several days, so I'm
I was
sure
about
there's
to ask if
plenty to do.
yeah, I was about to ask if you've been working on anything else, but sounds like you haven't. So,
No, I think the last time I was up here was Sunday.
oh, okay. So last night I was getting this block all cut, all the pieces cut for this block. And then I'm looking at it and I'm like, you know what? I guess saw these flying geese. So I sewed like 3 of the flying geese, and I was very unhappy because every time I make flying geese, because the flying geese is my nemesis, they always end up messed up on the point where they're too narrow. So I decided, what happened if I added an eighth of an inch to the size of these square blocks and then sew them on and then trim it down? And you know what? That worked.
Hmm.
So I left one unsewn so I could show them how to do it in the channel. Right now I'm sewing these 4 patches together. And then we'll start joining all this stuff together. There's a lot of moving parts on this block. But I think it's going to come out cool looking. Robin says, put it on a shirt.
Or a jacket.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Well, Wayne, I'll sub to you in a few minutes when I get caught up here a little bit. How did you act? So what did you do? Try to clean it out or something and accidentally shut everything off?
What's that?
He accidentally deleted his channel.
Oh. I don't know. You have to go through YouTube.
Yeah, so you're resetting it up so everybody's all of his subscribers need to resubscribe to his channel because he lost everything.
Oh, that sucks.
That does suck. So that means his watch hours, all of it's gone.
Yeah.
I saw it. Luane says, Denise says, hey, Denise. She says, pretty bird, Teresa.
Thank
Sherry
you.
says, it looks great. Rob says, put it on a t-shirt. And then Luane says, I saw that on another channel. They did it that way too.
Huh.
Do you remember whose channel you saw it on? He says, I tried to put it in on pause, but deleted it Only thing left was who I subbed to. Wow. That's tough. All right. Now we got this one done. Now we can start putting things together. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew up here at the top here. I'll go ahead and sew this to this and then this to this. I'll put this on here, and then we'll sew this piece together. Then I'll come over here and I'll sew this to this one and then join it to this one. And then I'll do the same thing. I'll repeat the whole procedure of this bottom half, and I should have all, when I sew this to this side and I'll sew this to this side, then I'll have one long seam right here to sew together. So lots of moving parts. My first result was me, laugh out loud. I'm sorry about you getting, yeah. My first resub was me, what he said. Got it. What about everybody else? What's everybody? I know that Robin's working on EPP. And I think someone else, and let's see, Sherry said she was working on the channel Sew Along. Anyone else? What are y'all working on? Then Denise says, so on the street staying poop free now. So are the streets staying poop free now? What does that mean? I must have missed something. Share your channel.
I'm still trying to get my chat up, so that could take a couple hours.
Okay. Still having trouble with your laptop?
Yeah.
I definitely need to buy a new one. So does Nikolai, because he doesn't have one right now. Right now he's on the desktop, which means he's fastened to it. He doesn't get to go, you know, up and take it with him, you know?
Right. So you catching up on all his computer stuff?
Yeah. I think he might be gaming. Because he didn't get to game, you know, because he didn't have his laptop to game on the boat. He always, you know, when he comes home, he can play war games. And I think all those games, most of those games are war games, I think. I'm thinking about buying a Switch so that me and my grandson can play Mario World together, because you can do it through the internet, and him and I could play Mario together. Since he's like his dad in games a bit. Okay, let me make sure I get this lined up right. We want that point just perfect. Well, not perfect, but you know what I mean. Where are you talking about, Robin?
Oh, that's not good, Robin. That,
Yeah, I'm wondering where she's talking about. Because I haven't seen anything on the news about that.
if you get the LA news, you see it there all the time.
People are going to be people, I guess. Bad people anyway. I don't know.
Well, there's just
Talking about,
no
unless you're
bathrooms.
yeah, I was about to say, unless you're homeless and don't have a bathroom,
Yeah,
where are you supposed to do it?
exactly.
Yeah, so I can understand that. Homeless people get the bad end of the stick, let me tell you. I tell you what, when my son was homeless, it was just scary for me. every, going to bed at night, just thinking about him not having his own place for him and place to be safe at, I think I saw the numbers of the homeless people were 680,000 people now or something. That is just crazy. And to think I was, one paycheck away from the same problem before I got married to Nikolai. It would have only took one not getting paid for one time for me to end up on the street. Because after my husband passed away, I didn't have no backup, nothing. My first husband, not the one I'm married to now. So that people don't get mixed up with that comment. I had two kids under the age of 18. Let me make sure I got this half square triangle going in the right direction. That's correct.
Bye, Judy. Have a nice dinner.
Going to leave you playing on my TV. Oh, playing on my TV, but have to run out to dinner. Enjoy your dinner, Judy. If you're having mistakes, have one on me. And Luane says, Robin, I am in San Francisco, not LA. The tourist areas are safe and they are being visited. We do have public toilets like the ones in England. Cool. I sure haven't heard anything about that, Robin. That's interesting. Of course, I haven't been hardly watching any news lately. I've been keeping movies going.
I have no idea what public restrooms look like in England.
I do because they have them in Denmark.
Oh.
And we did have a public restroom here, but right now that one's not even operational. But they're going to have to do something about having public restrooms because tourists have limited places they can go use the toilet here.
Our public restrooms around here are those porta potties. They're little, green or blue box.
Yeah. Kind of like you see on construction sites and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, they bring them in the summertime, about a month or so before Elk City Days. And they pretty much leave them up all summer because it does get fairly busy here in the summertime. And then they leave them through hunting season too. I mean, there's not that many of them. There's a couple here and there, but when you leave here and you go along the river, there's all kinds of camping places, and they have, like Forest Service bathrooms.
Mm-hmm.
So, but those don't have running water. None of them have running water. Very primitive.
There's a couple of apartments, I would call them more like duplexes that are on our street here, but I think they're finally getting sewer stuff hooked up to it. They both had running water, they just didn't have sewer lines run to it. So when I first moved here, they would be these black bags sitting at the road, and when you walked by you could tell what it was. And I asked Nikolai about it. He says, yep, that's what they do. They put them in black bags, and then so many times a week, the disposal people come and pick them up. But I've noticed they've been renovating the apartments or the two places I'm talking about. And so I think they put sewer lines in for those.
Hmm.
But all the cabins that are strung out all over Greenland, they're out in the middle of nowhere off grid. None of that has running water or sewage. So they deal with it the old way.
I'll be right back. I have to run downstairs and get
Okay.
a Sharpie.
Okay. Sounds good.
I don't know how they all ended up down there.
Yeah, I wonder why. Okay, now we're going to sew this one. We're coming along on this block, y'all. I can't wait to show you what Nikolai bought me too. Y'all remember the other day I was talking about I wanted a small cross the body handbag that would only hold my cell phone and my a small wallet for my bank cards and a little bit of money. Wait till you see what he bought me. We got it at the tannery. It's perfect for what I wanted it for. And I also got another book I'm going to show to you guys. And then we're going to talk about the 4 blocks I've picked for you guys to vote on for the next set of blocks. Because we're on block 15 now, and then 2 weeks from now we'll do 16. And so between now and when we start number 16, you're going to have time to vote on those blocks. And one of them is going to have mixed media or mixed skills to do on it. We're going to do foundation paper piecing with it and piecing. So it's going to be fun. I know one thing, I'm going to have to get the iron to this before I sew too many more pieces together. And I think I'm going to need to turn these.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. All right, now let me see here. So we got these turning to the center.
I lost 3 pounds during huckleberry season, so
Well,
I have some cookies so I can, gain that weight back.
Did you want to gain it back? Or did you want to lose it?
Oh, I don't care.
Or you don't care. Okay.
I try to stay under a certain weight.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I get up to that, then I start watching what I eat,
Yeah.
I've been fairly lucky in that area, I guess. I think because most of my life I was just really active, really active.
So Monday I go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Find out all my test results.
Oh, good.
The one I'm mainly wanting to know about is what I saw on the chest x-rays.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that has me the most concerned. But it would explain why my breathing has changed a bit more, or it's worsened or something. Something's happened. But hopefully it's just something really minor that they can deal with,
Right.
That I've had this pain in my rib cage on the right side, down like the lower part where your lung is at, and that's where it's been hurting at.
right on the right side,
Yeah,
under
on the
your
right
rib
side.
cage,
Yeah,
in the back.
Yeah, on inside the rib cage, not on the outside. It's on the inside. And if I try to sleep on it, it's uncomfortable. Only time I ever,
Luann. Oh, sorry.
no, it's okay.
I
Go
was
ahead.
just going to answer Luann. I have, believe it or not, I have never watched Doctor Who. Sorry. I don't watch that much TV, guys. Somebody was talking about, it could have been on here, about all the different, yeah, I think it was on here. Different shows that y'all watch.
Yeah, we were talking
that
about that.
are,
You don't watch
yeah.
any of them.
I think the last time I watched a series on TV was like Friends.
I've never seen that one.
And
I've never
maybe Sex in the City. Remember that one?
I remember that one too, and I never watched that one either.
And I think that, is yeah. The only time but my husband does, okay? So he watches all kinds of stuff that I end up having to watch, right? Because the TV's on and he's watching it.
Sherry, that would be a yes. I know my mother lost her gallbladder, so I don't know, might do that.
Oh, I just thought of one that I watched.
Thank you, Alex.
Heartland. You remember that? Did you see that one? The show made in Canada.
I wish that we could get Heartland over here because I'm like 7 seasons behind. I did a binge watching while I was remember when I was stuck in California because I kept getting sick. I watched like the first 6 seasons and now I think or first 7, and so they hadn't come out with season 8 yet. And then when I came back home, I tried to see if I could like buy them on Amazon. You can't freaking buy them on Amazon.
Oh, really?
No, I don't know why.
Huh.
Maybe Canada doesn't sell them to Amazon. I don't know.
I don't know. I think I watched like 10 seasons of it. I don't think I've seen the whole thing. I got tired of waiting and, usually I won't watch something that I have to wait for. I usually try, I do the same thing when I listen to books. If there's not at least, all the series in a book or the most of them, then I don't listen to it until they're all out.
Yeah. I'm an avid TV watcher, but I've been like I've been telling Nikolai, I'm like, we're on a deckham drought of good science fiction and fantasy and action movies, or some of the action movies that are out, they're so violent I can't even watch them without having bad dreams because they're getting overly graphic with it now.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting for the next installment of the the Ring of Power. Yeah, I'm waiting on that one to come out. And then there's the next installment of House of Dragon supposed to come out. I just started I finally figured out what was wrong with my Disney Channel and fixed it. So I started watching Obi-Wan series. So I'm catching up on that.
Yeah, now see, I would watch those kind of things because I really like fantasy. Like Lord of the Rings, The Hobbits, and all that stuff.
I'm waiting on Avatar to come out in December, which means I'll have to wait till probably the end of January to get to see it. But at least now we're starting to see movie trailers for the next one. So, and I'm excited to see where that's going to go. Because they're going to be introducing the fire people. I saw the first Avatar on the big screen and I was just like, wow. You know, it was just so cool. And James Cameron does really good movies. Some of his movies are really great. I wish that Peter Jackson, because he's the one that did all the Lord of the Rings movies, I wish he'd go ahead and do Silmarillion, which is the books that came out before the Lord of the Rings trilogy. The problem is what I've been reading, Silmarillion, and I can never say that right. From what I read, it would take multiple movies to do it right to cover the whole breadth of that book. I would like to see them do the Anita Blake series, but I don't know how they're get around some of the more R-rated stuff. They can show lots of violence on, movies and stuff, but when it comes to other things, not so much. I think that would make a great movie series. Let's see, babe, honey, what book number are we on with the Anita Blake books right now?
Huh?
What book number are we on with Anita Blake series right now? Because we started on a new one and then you had to go. And she's about to publish another book, I think, in the fall. She's either doing it in the fall or the spring. I'm not sure which. So you might want to try that one. You mentioned you like book series. This one has 30 so far.
I think we are.
Wow.
The 28th one? What is it called?
Raphael.
Yeah, Raphael. Yeah, I think we started the first chapter of Raphael, didn't we? I think so. Yeah.
Not much.
Yeah, it wasn't much. We weren't much into it before you had to leave. Yeah, there's 30 books already, and she's working on the next one. I don't know the title of it yet.
Amanda Blake, is that what you said?
Anita Blake, and it's by
Anita.
Laurel K. Hamilton. She has 2 different sets of books she writes. No, actually started a 3rd series, but so far she's only got 1 out on that one. It's called the Fallen Angels or something like that. And that one was pretty good too. It was interesting. But I haven't really read the Mary series. I've been so interested in the Anita Blake Vampire Hunter series. It's been really good.
That's what it's about, vampires?
It's more than just vampires. It's everything, along with other things. And if you don't mind the naughty stuff in it, you'll enjoy it.
Zombie.
There's zombies and
Ghouls, werewolves.
several different kind of were animals. There's all kinds of things. It's really great. And she's a federal marshal along with what they call her the executioner. So she executes bad vampires. And it's a really great story. And you get to meet Ted, who is he's human. So but he's like they have titles for in the storyline. These people that know them, they call him they call him Death, they call her War, and they call the other guy something. I can't think of his name. He's pretty funny.
Destruction, I think.
Destruction or something like that. Yeah.
What's the name of the
Like
series?
the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse almost.
What's the name of the series?
Anita Blake Vampire Hunter series, but it's by Laurel K. Hamilton. And you can get them on Audibles as well.
Yeah, that's what I usually go through. I'll check it out.
Yeah, and the books are worth sitting down and reading them. The only reason we're going through them on the Audible is Nikolai, when I was reading them, I was already at book 29, I think. And so he downloaded the Audible of it and he listened to it. And then he says, you know what, we really should start at the beginning because I wanted to, because he was catching the back end of it and had no idea what was going on. So we decided we would just do all of them back to back. And it's funny as we've gone through the Audible part of it, just listening to it while I sew and he builds Legos. I'm like, I don't remember reading that in the book.
Right.
You know, because I completely had forgotten it.
Who is it, a man or a woman that reads it to you?
A woman. It's being read by a woman. And the woman, Laura K. Woman, she's a woman, the writer. She writes the series. But you also hear men voices in there from time to time, like when, if it's her boyfriend or if it's her fiance or whatever, you hear a man's voice in the middle of all of it.
Okay. Does she have one of those high-pitched voices, or is it
No.
like, you know, I can't stand those ones that sound like a valley girl.
No, she doesn't sound like a valley girl. Otherwise, it would irritate me to listen to it.
Yeah. I have passed on so many books because I'm like, I cannot listen to that voice for 10 hours. There's no way.
She, the girl that does the readings, I don't remember which book number it was, but she, you know, she was really sounded good, and then she caught COVID.
Oh.
And so when she came back to do the next book, I'm like, she sounds different. And for a while there, she did sound different. She didn't sound like herself. But now she's back to sounding like she sounded at the beginning of the series. It was just the oddest thing listening to her sound different.
Right.
Because you're used to hearing it one, you know, her voice a certain way, and then the whole pitch of her voice and everything was different. But it's like book 10 or something when you notice there's a change. It was, she had caught COVID at the time or something. I had read that somewhere. Hi, Joyce JK. Welcome, welcome. Luane says he calls that the cheerleader voice.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
I have a lot set up to do weather. Yep. Luane says he needs to rewatch Downtown Abbey. You know, there's parts of Downtown Abbey that really make me angry. I liked it overall, but man, rich people suck.
Oh, I did watch that. Downton Abbey.
Yep.
Yeah. That was a pretty good series.
It was good for the most part. And I felt, you know, the guy that was the valet, I can't think of his name at the moment. Man, I didn't like him very much, but I hated what happened to him too.
Yeah.
Because he was gay and stuff.
I didn't like that gal's husband dying.
Yeah, me neither. Matthew.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like in books. If they kill the primary people or the secondary people, I do not. It just pisses me off. I'm like, I want a happy ever after. You know, that's why I'm reading this, you know.
You remember when what's his name? Heath Ledger, you remember him? He was playing the Joker, and he played the Joker so freaking good. And then then he passed away.
Right.
And so they you know, did the part. And I don't think anyone has matched up to his acting of being the Joker. Because I truly believed him the way he was acting.
Right. Yeah.
So good at
Yeah,
it.
that was really sad
Yep.
when he died.
First time I saw him was on the movie where he's a knight or trying to be a knight.
Yeah,
Can't
I
remember the name.
remember that.
That movie was really, I loved it.
Yeah, he was a good actor and handsome.
Yep, he was definitely hot. Hey, Andrea, she says, off on, off on. I just about had a heart attack. Lightning just struck somewhere very close and scared the you know what out of me. Uh-oh. Hey, Tasha, good to see you.
Oh yeah, I guess I ought to read the chat. Hi
Um,
Tasha. Hi
the
Sheree.
the
Hi Joy.
biggest gripe I have right now is, and I still haven't bothered to watch it, and I probably won't, is the way they treated Henry Cavill. They should have let him finish out his Superman stuff, and also let Gal Gadot finish her Wonder Woman stuff, along with Jason Momoa on the Aquaman. And yeah, I'm very unhappy about that. So I probably won't eat. And it took me a long time to even warm up to watching DC movies because I've never been a DC movie watcher to begin with. Then they put Mr. Hot Jason Momoa on as Aquaman, and I'm like, oh yes, I'll watch him all day. Cavill. The first time I saw Henry Cavill, he was playing on the Tudors. And I'm like, oh my God, you're just handsome. And then he got cast to do Superman, and he played the part so darn good. Now we get somebody that doesn't even look like a Superman. No one can meet up to Christopher Reeve, of course, but Henry was the next best thing, man. Luann says the only one killed off was because Maggie Smith really did pass away. She was the one that played the Dowager, right, Luann?
Well, no, that gal's husband didn't he get in a car wreck?
I don't know if he actually got killed in real life.
No, he didn't get killed. And I'm not saying he got killed in real life. I'm saying he got killed in the show.
In the
And
show, and I don't
yeah,
know why. There
I
must
don't
have been
like
a
it.
reason why he left.
Yeah, I don't like it when they
I
do
don't
that.
either. I don't either. Um,
Um,
Tasha says, I loved the Tudors, and Henry Cavill might be one of the yummiest men alive. Laugh out loud. You are so right,
yes.
because he is yummy.
Yep.
Nice eye candy.
Oh yeah, in Mary's bed. Yeah, that was funny, Joyce.
Luann
Yeah.
says, my first Superman was George Reeves on the TV show. I never watched any of the TV stuff.
Oh,
I remember when Batman and Robin was on the TV in the black and white.
yeah.
My thing was Creature Feature on Friday nights. That's what I wanted to watch. Give me some Godzilla and I was happy.
Yeah. My dad was really into my dad was a fantasy watcher too. I think that's where I must have got it from because he always watched Godzilla
I can't
and
wait for the new one to come out on the new one. The newest one's going to come out on my birthday next year.
yeah.
Yep. I'm wait. They're still being very tight-lipped about if they're going to bring in a space monster or not. You know, to follow along the lines of the original Godzilla stuff.
Yeah.
I guess we'll wait and see. I need to see what this is supposed to be like. There's nothing line up here. This is the only lining up here. Okay, got it. Because I have some open seams and some are not open on here on purpose. Like this one right here, if I did open seams, there would be this bulge right here on these flying geese, and I've learned not to do that. It's coming along, y'all. We're gonna have this sewn together here.
Elvira? Yeah, I remember Elvira.
Elvira.
I didn't really watch it, but
Yeah, I didn't either. I can remember on one of the creature feature nights, there was these monsters that, and I don't know the name of the monster movies, so I could never find it on Google search because I don't know exactly how to describe it. But these movies look like these things like slinked across the ground, and they would grab a human being and suck all the bone marrow out of them, so they turn to jelly. And then if you like tried to kill them with some sharp object, they turned into two of them. But do I know the name of it? No. But that movie creeped me out.
that does not sound familiar, but it's not the Blob, is
I
it?
told my dad, I don't think it's the Blob. It's something else. But it creeped me out so bad. I told my mom and dad, I'm like, if I never see that movie again, it will not hurt my feelings now, because that was a horrible movie.
The shows I didn't like to watch were from the Twilight Zone.
Well, I watched some of that a little bit, but I wasn't all that thrilled with that.
There
either.
was some of those that I had nightmares about for years.
Mm-hmm. Andrew says yesterday he got off. Yesterday he got off paying $7 an hour more than his old job and $17 an hour more than the new job he had accepted prior. Oh, that's cool! Congratulations, Andrea. Let's see. Then she says, and when he contacted them to accept the better paying one, they upped it another $1 an hour. So we are praising God for an answered prayer. Congratulations.
That is awesome, Andrea.
Right.
That's great. I hope it all works out.
Yep, me too.
Or I should say, I pray that it does.
I better not have this upside down here. Dadgummit.
So I'm going to be posting a picture on my Facebook of a chipmunk. We drove up to the lake yesterday. We were hoping that we would get away from the smoke, but that didn't work. And we went fishing, and Brandon caught a couple of fish. But there was a little chipmunk running around up there.
Aww.
He was jumping over the rocks, looking for food and this and that. And he was so friendly. I got up to like within a couple of feet of him, and I got a couple of pictures. And so I'll post them on Facebook and YouTube. But I was thinking I need to sketch that one out, and we could make a collage quilt. And he would be so cute in a collage quilt.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
Really cute. Great plan.
Really cute little chipmunks running around up there.
When Denise says when Friends stopped airing, the main characters were making $1 million an episode. They don't need the residuals, and I don't want my Amazon to go up. I don't want my Amazon to go up to pay for them. I've never watched Friends. I'm not a sitcom watcher.
Yeah, I don't watch them anymore. I watched it back when it first started.
I tried watching 2.5 Men, and that was, yeah.
I never watched that one.
I was fine until never mind. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
But it had to do with the kid. I don't know. I've gotten when I started having children of my own, there's just certain things that you would see on TV or in a movie that involve kids that I found disturbing, and because of that, I wouldn't watch them anymore.
Right. You
And
got to be more careful when you have
yeah, and I
kids
think it
around.
boils down to my childhood being so bad that I felt like you're promoting the same very thing, blah blah blah. And I'm like,
Unless you're my aunt and uncle who take all the kids to scary drive-in movies like Chainsaw Massacre and
yeah, there's that. Uh-huh.
stuff like that.
Well, the first time I saw Jurassic Park, and the kids hadn't seen it yet, and you know the part where the Tyrannosaurus eats the guy that's sitting on the toilet. Do you remember that scene?
Yeah.
Well, it was pretty graphic the way they did it.
Right.
And when my kids went out to their Aunt Cheryl's house, I said, I don't want my kids watching Jurassic Park. They're not old enough yet. She ignored my request and let them watch it anyway.
Yeah, I don't think my aunt told my mom and dad what movies we were going to. So it was a drive-in and all of us kids were supposed to be in the back seat sleeping, right?
Mhm. Right. They're not sleeping.
While my aunt and her boyfriend were up in the front seat, you know,
Mhm.
kissing and whatever. Yeah, that they took us to some really scary shows. And I think I was like 5
Oh
or
my
6 years
gosh, yeah.
old, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can still remember parts of that show.
My kids come home and says, Mom, Aunt Cheryl let us watch Jurassic Park. And I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
what? Old enough. They were all under the age of 10. And I knew that, one of them might have the potential to have a nightmare. And I know what nightmares are like. I had plenty of them, growing up, and I didn't want them to have to go through all that. And me and my sister got into a big, argument about it. I said, so let me get this straight. You can break the rules with my kids, but if I did that with your son, you'd be all over my butt about it. I said, I made one request. Don't let them see Jurassic Park. That's all I asked out of you. They weren't old enough for it. After that, I had no control over anything that went on everywhere else.
Well, and I remember when they put The Exorcist on TV,
Oh
I
boy.
I was 14 and my dad was watching it at home. All the kids, everybody was in the living room. I remember that. And I
Yeah.
got so scared, I had to go behind my dad's chair and I kept like peeking out, Finally, I had to quit watching it. I could not watch it. It was too scary. I do not like
Yeah.
devil movies at all.
There's so many disturbing ones like that. And it's like,
Yeah. I
okay,
don't
so
mind like Alien and Predator and that kind of
yeah,
stuff
those are no
because
big deal.
yeah, those are no big deal. I can watch that, but
Okay,
I
can
just
they see
go
this?
ahead.
Okay. Look here. So I got this sewn on here. Now I'm going to go up here and do the same thing on that one on that side. And then we'll be able to sew the two corners on next. What do y'all think so far of this while I'm getting this ready to go? And I'll put this next to it so you can see it. So let's go ahead and put this one on next. Yeah, go ahead now.
Denise, his name wasn't Fred, but it was Leon, and he turned into my uncle. So they did get married. I don't know if they had to.
Probably don't
But
want to know that question either, or the answer to that one either.
they were married for a lot of years. So, in fact, he just passed away probably, oh, I think it's been about 5 years now, I think.
That movie, the Amityville Horror. Oh, because that's
Yeah.
based on a true story.
Yeah, I
My
didn't like that one either.
goodness, that movie was rough. I read the book before, and I'm like, oh my God. So if that movie had been out like 10 or 15 years before I ever saw it because the book was so disturbing. And when I saw the movie, I'm like, okay, I'll never watch that again. I think I got through about half
Right.
of it and I turned it off.
Oh, and I didn't like movies like Freddy Krueger, Halloween. Uh,
Yeah, because they always involve kids. Have you noticed that?
yeah,
They all have kids dying in them. And I'm like, why? I can see if you're doing it with adults, but kids under the age of 18, I'm like, oh, man. But now I can't watch any of it. Not anymore. Not when you have PTSD stuff, unfortunately. But I also I told Nikolai, I said, some of these action movies are getting about where I can't watch them either because there's just too much violence in them, graphic violence. It's okay, something's going to happen, but you don't see it kind of thing. You know what I mean? But now they actually show someone doing something, and it's just like so disturbing.
right.
This is not pinned right. I need to make sure that's going through the right spot. Not coming out the side of the fabric. You know what I mean? Pin's supposed to be like in between the seam. Pet Cemetery. Yeah, I can't watch that one either. Denise says it's called Seven Little Girls Sitting in the Back Seat. Wow, I've never even heard of that one.
Never heard that one.
Yeah, me neither.
Hi, Zaza.
Hey Zaza, how's it going? And hi, I knew Quiltanon's name and now I forgot it already. Check Gummit. Tossa says I got it for 50 cents at a library sale and had no idea what I was getting into. Oh boy. So you thought it was just some innocent kind of movie. I don't know how anyone can watch Chucky or the newest one. What's her name? The newest doll movie. Yeah, what is her name?
I don't know.
Her name's right on the tip of my tongue. Now she's a second movie coming out. I can't think of her name now. But that's just creepy. Zaza said she thinks she was about 12 when she watched it. And then Tasha says, I read it and wanted to stop, but had to finish it. Never did watch the movie. It's like the Jack Reacher series that they have on Amazon Prime. Nikolai likes Jack Reacher stories. And I think the last season was season 3, I think. And good grief, it's violent.
Was it good?
It was good. It was just violent. The guy playing Jack Reacher did a good job of it. And then they had some big man in season 3. He was one of the bad guys. I
Yeah.
don't think I have
The
ever seen.
giant Dutchman.
Yeah, he was the biggest man I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, he's 7'2". He's really, really popular on YouTube.
Yeah, he's humongous.
Yeah, he's Dutch.
He picked up the guy that's acting as Jack Reacher like he was just a rag doll. Oh my god,
Yeah.
oh my god.
And he's actually going to be back on that show, I guess.
Oh
I saw
really?
him in an interview. So that, yeah. And he's actually has a woman and they have a child.
Wow.
Oh my God, could you imagine? Now, I've never seen the woman or the child, but he said the baby was pretty big.
Yep, I bet, because he's a big man. And I
Yeah.
don't
And
mean like as in heavy. I mean big as it. He's just
Yeah,
humongous
tall.
tall.
and the tallest uh, white men are Dutch.
Yeah.
I typed it in because I got curious. A lot of people in the Netherlands are extremely tall men. And they were doing the DNA sequencing and all this and trying to figure out why there's so many tall guys there. And then they decided that it's got to be because of natural selection.
Yeah.
Those women like taller men. And so,
Norsemen were another one that are pretty tall men too. Not as tall as those Dutch guys, but very tall. One thing interesting I've noticed here happening in Greenland is when I first moved here, a lot of most people here that are native are around my husband's height, which is my height, and a lot of the women are like the 4'11", something like that.
right. Yeah.
They're small people. There's some men that are small like that too. But the newest generation that was started out as babies, now they're hitting their teenagers, and my goodness, a lot of them has got height on them now. You wouldn't have expected that when you see their parents being shorter than them,
Yeah. The other thing they think it was due to was milk and cheese because they were not lactose intolerant.
No.
And they had a lot of goat cheese and milk, and they could drink milk as adults. Anyway, that's just a sideline of that story, but
You guys seeing this before I get ready to sew it together? I've got these 2 corner pieces to sew on, and then we're going to sew this whole thing across. What do you think, Teresa?
what?
Do you see the block?
Huh? See the block?
Can you see the block? No, hang on. I'll turn it around.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah.
So let's get these 2 corner pieces on. Luane says, I saw a meme on Facebook that said, if you don't like tall, blonde, hot men, don't visit Finland. When I met Sean, I couldn't believe my eyes. The guy who sews.
Yeah.
Because you see him on his lives, he doesn't look like he's this super tall person. And Luane's tall too. And
Yeah, I knew
I'm
Lorraine
like,
was tall.
my goodness, you guys are tall.
Well,
Never
look how
dated a
tall
tall
Eric is, and he's not
Eric's even taller than they are, I think.
blonde haired.
Nope, he's not. He's Hawaiian.
Yeah,
I
but
think
he's like
Samoan or something like that, I think.
6'6", 6'7", or something like
Yeah,
that.
he's
pretty
very
tall.
he makes Tiffany look tiny.
Yeah.
Yes, it is quilted on.
I should show you a picture of me and Brandon when we first got married.
Yeah, I would love
because
that.
he is like, he was 6'4", and
Wow.
I'm 5'5".
So
So
my oldest daughter, she's 5'2", and she's married to Eric is 6'4", and my youngest daughter is my height, which is 5'6", and Derek is 5'2". I mean 6'2". Sorry. So they both married really tall men. So I bet the kids are going to be taller than both their mamas.
both of my husbands, because I had one early on and then later, they were tall. My first husband was 6'3". So I guess I would have to say I like taller men.
I think that I don't think I was ever selective about height, but what I was selective about, and it may explain why I was married to a half Japanese man and now I'm married to a half Inuit man, is because I didn't want to be married to anybody that was from the South. Because, because of the way I grew up.
Right.
I didn't want to be labeled a redneck because, and I looked up that term, and that term actually started in Virginia. I think, which is it, Virginia or West Virginia, that had all the coal mining? I think it's West Virginia. Is the state of West Virginia one that does coal mining, all the coal mining that no longer happens now? But they went on strike one time, and they all were wearing red bandanas around their neck, and they were called rednecks because they were doing that while they were on strike.
Well, they use the term redneck out in the West because of the cowboys and farmers suntan
with the redneck on it, yeah.
And that's why they call them red. That's what I thought it was from.
Yeah, but now the term means something completely different.
Not out here. Still means the same. I mean, if you're a redneck, it just means, that you. I don't think it's derogatory.
Yeah.
Out here.
Tasha says, look what Tasha said. She says, I assumed redneck was just assuming people got red burn or sunburned necks, like what you just said, Teresa. Yeah. So maybe it depends on what area you're from.
Maybe.
Or what part of the United States, anyway.
That's right, Zaza. Tall and broad, not tall and skinny. Gotta have those muscles.
But see, Nikolai is bigger boned than my first husband was. And I can, when he first hugged me, I'm like, ooh, you're substantial. I've never been hugged by someone, that was like, as in dating kind of hug,
Yeah.
And I liked him this way. I comment, that I think certain men are beautiful to look at, like Henry Cavill or Jason Momoa. But when I say that, I'm not thinking anything. I don't have You know, a lot of women and men, you know, when they see something beautiful, they have other kinds of thoughts about them. I don't even think that way. I just think I just could just be happy just sitting there looking at them and be perfectly content just looking. No, no nasty thoughts coming in my brain, nothing. Just looking at them was enough, you know. Can't watch the evil clown movies either, says Quilting on. Yeah, that makes two of us. I don't even want to see a clown in person. They're creepy. Zaza says, all my boyfriends were tall. My husband is exactly the same height as me. Yeah, me and Nikolai are the same height.
I've had a few boyfriends that were, you know, a couple of inches taller than me, but, and, you know, it was okay. I
Yeah.
just prefer them to be at least 6 foot.
I just want a man to stand up for me if it come to that, you know. And I discovered that the one I'm married to currently will do that. If someone was to do something mean, because something happened, I guess, when I was here in my second year. And when I told him about it, you should have heard what he said. He's like, when I get home, I'm going to be dealing with somebody. But then when he got home, he says, have you seen that guy around town? And I'm like, no. Look at this, Teresa. What do y'all think about this so far before I sew that center seam?
I like it.
Y'all like all my color in the middle? Who looks like they could get away with smelling smelly or being smelly? I think Jason Momoa looks like he smells. I don't know what that
He
means.
probably smells yummy.
I would love to meet him in person just so I could say, hi, I watch all your movies. The first time I saw him was on Stargate Atlantis. Now, from what I understood, he was on Baywatch, and I wasn't a Baywatch watcher, and so I didn't know he was on there until well after the fact. And when I started watching him on Stargate Atlantis, and he had those long dreadlocks, and I'm like, oh my God, you are so yummy. The hair was doing it for me, I think.
Yeah, he's attractive.
I'm just sad he's not going to do any more Aquaman stuff. You know, you could tell in the last Aquaman movie, you could see that things were strained between him and the hurt woman that was took I think it was Johnny Depp. She took to court, so you could see that things were not the same as they were in the first movie.
Yeah, I don't think he really wanted to do that show.
Yeah. They should. Yeah, the hurt woman. Yeah, they should have just went ahead and replaced her with someone else, but then she probably would have sued them. So
Also, he told them, if you want me all buffed up, you're going to have to pay me a lot more money.
yeah.
And so they made his outfit so that he looked like he had a 6-pack, you know, when
Yeah.
really he didn't. I saw some interviews.
You
of
mean
him.
Jason?
Yeah, you know.
You know he's on a new movie, and he's only wearing a loincloth, and you can see he's not got a 6-pack, but he doesn't seem to be worried about none of that. I don't care that he doesn't have a 6-pack. Doesn't bother me at all.
I don't either.
I could care less about that part. I bet you he is a really nice person in person. because he's, it shows on his faces when he's when he's acting. You could see he looks like that type of a person.
Yeah, I don't know. You never know about people.
Oh, I know. Sometimes people are chameleons. What in the world is going on here? I got something laying wrong. All right, let me try pinning it from this side so that I can get, yeah, let's do that. We're real close to finishing this block, and then I'll show you what my husband bought me. And then we'll talk about the next set of blocks too.
Okay, though.
First time I saw Jason was on Game of Thrones. Yeah, Game of Thrones came on after Atlantis, so yeah. I felt like they limited his acting on Game of Thrones because he didn't talk very much. But maybe he was supposed to be like that because of the part he was playing.
Yeah.
Zaza says he bought custom furniture from small artisan makers and he did a free promo for them when they delivered it, which I thought was really nice. He was happy to wait his turn for it too. That's really cool. Oh, you didn't know he was married to Lisa Bonet? Wow. I think they have since gone their separate ways, though.
Yeah, they have.
Their marriage kind of fell apart, I guess. And she was married to what was her first husband's name? Dickum, I can't think of his name at the moment. He's a singer, though. Got to go. Please drive the speed limits, especially in school zones. Yes, please. Thank you, Denise, for dropping in. I appreciate it.
Bye, Denise.
If you stay like 5 more minutes, you'll get to see this finished block. I'm just saying. Because I'm real close to finishing it. But I will be posting a picture of it. I'm going to have to take it outside to get a good picture of it. Something with my phone being persnickety about certain colors. Probably time for me to replace my phone. Or buy a camera. I love Jason in the Super Bowl commercial. I haven't seen the commercial. Lenny Kravitz. Yep, that's it. That's who she was married to first. I kind of like some of his music. Didn't think I'm like, I don't think I ever heard his music. And then I went and listened. I put in Google top best 5 hits by Lenny Kravitz. And when I heard one of them, I'm like, wait a minute, I know that song. We're almost got this in. Quilting on says more cowboy type guys. Yeah, not me. Unless you're a horse rider. Then I would be fine with that. Hey, Linda, what's up? But my husband looked like a handsome cowboy with his cowboy hat on.
Hello, Linda.
Talking about Nikolai. All right, we got this pin. Let's get it sewn, and then we are going to press it, and I'll show it to you. And we will have block number 15 done. And this one's called Midnight Sky. And it's on page 277, and it's block number 540. For those that just came in and don't know the info about it. And this one has lots of moving parts like last week's did. Or 2 weeks ago, I mean. You know, this is going to look like a really cool sampler quilt before it's over with. Let's see if everything's lined up like it should be. Yep, let's press. Look, honey. That's a... Hey, he can't hear me.
Looking good.
Ooh-wee. Ouch. Just one more minute.
I think the actor who plays Thor is very handsome.
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
I think he is too.
And tall.
Yep.
But I also think my husband is really handsome. So,
I'm with you on our husbands being good looking.
you know, if I didn't, I, wouldn't have married him, right?
Ta-da!
Ooh, very nice.
Hey, Rita.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, me too. It's going to look great with all these other crazy blocks of mine. Linda says she's married to a handsome man too. Luann says y'all can keep Jason and I will take Patrick Duffy and in Man from Atlantis. I know who Patrick Duffy is. He played on he also played on crap, I just had the TV Dallas.
I don't know. I'll have to look that up.
He played on Dallas with Larry Hagman. And Priscilla Presley, and oh my God, the stars are long. Everybody's saying beautiful, pretty, really pretty, beautiful. So y'all like the block?
Yep.
He played Bobby Ewing. Yes, he did.
Oh.
Nope, he
Oh,
didn't play on Knots Landing.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he never played on Knots Landing. He was on Dallas. Y'all like how I did a So, question, do y'all like how I used all the different colors in this? For the patch squares? I mixed them up.
Yeah, I like it.
And I also, instead of using, you see I've used white for this part, but the colors that I used in here are not white. I used a light turquoise for the darker colors, and I used a yellow orange for the hot colors.
Yeah, I think that would be a really good scrap busting
Yep,
block.
but my scraps keep growing, Teresa.
Yeah, they do that.
I keep dipping into them and using them for these blocks, and I keep yeah. Andrea says heading out to another live, so be blessed, less stress, and put some fabric. Have a nice night. Zaza says who shot JR was a BBC's new. Yeah, that who shot JR was a big thing for the longest time. People like
I know,
who
right?
shot JR.
I was like,
Okay,
who
so
cares?
now, all right, so I'll set this block aside, and I'm gonna show you what Nikolai bought me. So remember, on one of my lives, I was talking about I wanted a small cross the body handbag. All I wanted to fit into it was my cell phone and a small wallet to carry my bank card and money in. So this is sealskin on this side. This is also sealskin that's leather. So this whole thing, the only part of it's not sealskin is the inside of it. The inside of it has a type of fabric that they used on the inside of it. But it's just a simple little bag with long strap on it.
Nice.
And so they take this leather that you see here. This is actually they take sealskin that if the hair is damaged too much on the sealskin, they'll shave off the hair. And they make three types of leather. They make like the stiff leather like you see in cowhide. They make a suede leather, and then they make this very shiny type of leather as well. And this was made right here in town in our tannery. Let's see if there's any information on here I can read to you about this. So it says there's a when tourists come here and they buy it, you get a barcode on here. And this barcode, when you're going through customs, they can scan that and they'll know exactly where this came from. And now that there's the law between the United States and Greenland has changed a little bit. This happened last year, before the change of the administration. So this happened then. It happened in July of last year. Before July of last year, an American couldn't take anything seal related back to the United States, not in a purse, nothing. But after they changed the law, or they modified the law so that they could, anything that is made from sealskin, whether it's clothing or things like this, they could take this. But if it was just one big piece of sealskin, you still can't take that back to the United States. It has to already be made into something to be able to take it. Australia still has the door shut completely on anything related to sealskin. So my new little handbag for when I'm working, because I hate I'm not a purse carrier except when I'm traveling. And the problem is that I have a bad habit of laying my cell phone down somewhere, and then when I get home I don't have it, because I had taken it out of my jacket, set it on the counter, and then got distracted and walked away from it. And at least this will keep my phone on my person. And then we found this little book. This is, I think I'm going to buy 4 of these so I can send them to my grandkids, because this is a fun facts about the polar bear. And it's written for, so you can read it to the child. This is a children's book that provides a good introduction to polar bears and their life in the cold Arctic. It is filled with fun facts about the majestic white bear, which Greenland and the cold north are so proud of and have great respect for. It's also a source of great fascination. And throughout the Inuits' life on the island of Greenland, it has been an important source of clothing, trade, and food. The polar bear is called the king of the Arctic because it is the largest and strongest animal in the entire cold north. It can swim long distances, walk on slippery ice without falling, and has a thick coat that keeps it warm even when it's freezing outside. The polar bear is so good at hunting that it can catch seals under the ice by sniffing them out with a strong nose and then catching them with its sharp claws. There are no other animals in the Arctic as big and as strong as a polar bear, which is why we call it the king of the Arctic. And then this book is in Danish and English. And so it goes through here and it'll say, how big does a polar bear? Let's see if y'all know this. An adult female polar bear usually weighs between 150 to 300 kilos, which is 300 to 600 pounds, while an adult male polar bear is significantly larger, weighing between 300 to 700 kilograms, which is 600 to 1,400 pounds. Some particularly large males can even weigh up to 800 to 1,000 kilos, which is between 1,600 to 2,000 pounds. That's a half-ton animal. Yep. An adult female polar bear weighs roughly the same as a washing machine. It gives examples. This is really cool. As a washing machine, a large motorcycle, or a grand piano. An adult male polar bear weighs roughly the same as a small car like a Fiat 500, a large freezer, or a large horse. And then you get some fun facts here. And look at the graphics. Look how pretty the graphics are.
Aww.
It's going to cause attention. Polar bears are born in a snow cave during the winter where they stay warm with their mother until they're big enough to come out. Look at here. This one's got, look here. Isn't it cute?
Yeah.
Birthdays in November and December. Generally, male polar bears mate with females in the spring, and the female is then pregnant for up to 8 months, which means most cubs are born in November and December. How many of you know what color the skin is up underneath the coat of a polar bear? Let's see who knows the answer to this. What color do you think their skin is underneath their hair?
Pink.
Nope.
White.
Nope. Anyone? Don't go look it up, please. Just guess. Cindy has the right answer, black.
That was going to be my next guess, but
So polar bears appear white. Their fur is actually transparent. The long hairs act like tiny mirrors reflecting light and making them look white. Most bear species hibernate during winter, but polar bears don't do it the same way. Pregnant female polar bears dig a snow cave to give birth to their cubs and sleep there until their cubs are big enough to come out. Otherwise, polar bears remain active throughout the winter. Cubs stay with their mothers up to 3 years. I mean, it gives all this great information in this book. So I think I'm gonna get 4 more copies of these and send them to all my grants. So this is the other thing that Nikolai bought me today. And the book is called Fun Facts About the Polar Bear. And it does have an ISBN number, and I'll put it in the description box after the live is over with. Okay, so we got that. Now let's talk about our next solo for the 1,000 block book. Okay, so the next.
Take a breath. I did not know that polar bears that they do not hibernate. I did not know that.
I knew the males didn't, but I didn't realize if the female wasn't pregnant, she didn't either.
Yeah. Anyway.
And John said black. Several of them said black. Cool. Luane says, just give them a Coca-Cola and you will be fine. Laugh out loud. All right. Should we talk about the poll first and then the next sew, or the other way around? Yeah, let's talk about the poll. And since this is such a hard word, it's sesquipedalian, and I still said it wrong. But anyway, what option describes it best? And I said option 1 was brief. Option 2 was polysyllabic. Option 3 is pithy. And option 4 is terse. The answer is polysyllabic, meaning it has many syllables in it. And a lot of people, including myself, like to use big words. Like sometimes I'll post on Facebook on a picture, I'll say, that is really outstandingly, beautifully, exceptionally gorgeous quilt. You know, it's lots of big words because I like big words. And so a lot of people, and that's what that word is about, people who use big long words that have multiple syllables in it that most people don't even know what the word means. These other 3 words I put as examples are the opposite of that word. Okay, let's talk about the next sew, which is 2 weeks from today. We will be block number 16, and we are going to do Star Dance. And Star Dance, if you have your book, is on page 320. Those who are not sewing it, I'm going to show you the block anyway. All right. And I have not covered up the, uh-oh. I don't know if I'll get in trouble for not covering this up or not, but we'll cover it up anyway. Okay. So let me show you the block, and then I'll show you what the setup of the block. This one's going to be much simpler than the one we did today, or even the one from last week that we did, or 2 weeks ago. So I'm going to put it up to the camera where you can see it. So this is the block we're doing right here. This will be block number 16. It's called Star Dance. And here is the setup of the block. So we're just doing half square triangles. As you can see, it's a pretty simple block. So this will be pretty easy to do. That'll be number 16. Now what I'm going to do is talk to you about the next 4 blocks. I've picked 4 blocks that you're going to be voting on. And one of them is going to have piecing in it. This is the piecing pattern. And you can those of you that have the book, let me see if I still have the link on my, nope, that's a Zoom link. Hold on, I have to go get the link for where you can download the, because this is foundation paper piecing. And just download the entire PDF and just hang on to it, because one of the blocks you're going to be voting on, and you're voting on what order we're going to do them in. And and when you vote, only vote for one block, because I need to base that based on one block. So that's how I can figure out the percentage. And I'll be posting the poll again, like I did last time, on both my community tab and on my Facebook group. And then I'll put all the mathematics together, and we'll have a pretty much an order of how the blocks will get done. So this block is going to be called, the one with the paper piecing in it is called Clown Go Around. It's mixed technique, and it's on page 231. And I will be scanning the pictures on here with my scanner, and I'll put them over, make another 4 block, like a picture, a graphic with the 4 blocks in it, and they'll be labeled 1 through 4 so that you'll know what to vote on. But this is one of the blocks you'll be voting on, and this is the one that has the mixed techniques. So you'll do paper piecing and piecing in this one. So this part of it here is all paper piecing right here. Okay, so that's the only one, and I'm only introducing one. This will be the first time I've introduced a mixed media The other 3 blocks that we will be doing are, or that you can vote on. You got Late Bloomer, which is on page 297. That's this one. And like I said, I'll post the pictures on it so you can have a better look at them. So this is block number 2. Block number 3 is going to be Tile Works. That's on page 307. And that's this one. And then the 4th block that you'll be voting on is called Focal Point. And that one's on page 316. And I'll post all this information again for you guys so you can find it, especially for those that have the book. It's this block. So there'll be 4 styles for you to vote on, and then I will tell you what order we'll do them on based on your voting. Just remember, I'm going to go get the link for this. So if you haven't downloaded it, for those that have the book, because my book came with a CD, but you know what? The PDF file that comes for it is easier to deal with than the CD is, because I printed this straight from the PDF file. Yeah, so let me get the link so I can share it here. And I'm trying to think what else I need to say. Okay, tomorrow I will be doing a live. You know that I always do on Saturdays too. Do I know what I'm going to work on tomorrow? No, but I think what I plan on working on, what I think I'm going to work on tomorrow is I need to work on my Tula Pink monthly sew along that I've been participating in, because I'm kind of behind on that, and I think it would be fun to just paper piece and talk to you guys. But this coming up week, I'm going to be a little bit busy trying to get things worked out where you have video. So here's what I need from you guys. I hope you don't mind my asking. We're going to go off next weekend if the weather is good, if Mother Nature's not in an angry mode, put it that way. So that means that there will be no live Friday night, my time, or Saturday night, my time, which is daytime, y'all's time, okay? So there'll be 2 lives here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do, I'll probably do a couple pre-records that I'll put up that'll go, they'll go up on Friday and Saturday, but also I probably will try to stick a live in here somewhere so that we can do something together. But I definitely will have a live on Thursday evening. That I will do, okay? And I also have to work the 26th and the 28th, I think. I think those are 2 days I got to work. So there's, you know, tour guiding. So that's what's going to happen this next week. Pink, black, nope, black. Yeah. Does anyone have any questions they want to ask about the sew along? I've been looking at the calendar, and we've had some discussion about how many blocks we're going to end up with by the time February the 6th get here. And I'm going to be, there's a, like in September, there's a, on Monday and the Mondays and Tuesdays are going to have 5 of them. And I'm going to take advantage of the 5th week, and you do work on 1,000 block, do 2,000 blocks that week, so that we can kind of get more done. And that'll be part of what you vote on as well. Any questions y'all want to ask me? And did you enjoy watching me sew this? I hope you did. I really do. Do you want to come sew with me tomorrow, Teresa?
Let's see. What's tomorrow? Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I probably can.
Okay, I'll send you a link.
All right.
Do y'all want to keep on going, or you want to get off and go watch someone else's live? Because this is Friday, so we got Becca coming up. And who else is coming up tonight?
I think Donna's on right now.
Yeah. Linda says that's such a pretty block. Thank you. Yeah, I thought I wasn't sure if Donna was live tonight or not. She's been not live also quite a bit.
Not sure. I thought I saw a notification, but let me look.
No, that's why I wasn't too worried, because she should be, if she's going live, I've still got plenty of time before she goes live. Because I don't think she was going live until 11 o'clock my time, which was 9, 8, 7 o'clock your time, or Eastern Standard Time.
Right,
Becca's
which is
40 minutes.
4 o'clock my time, which
Yeah.
is 19 minutes ago.
Okay, so she's just started her live then. Okay. Robin says she's going to sleep. Joe says you can stay on. What book are you sewing from? I am sewing from, okay, see, I wasn't sure if everybody saw this or not. I'm sewing from this Quiltmakers 1000 block book. And several have bought the book and are catching up with me on the blocks. And we're doing a block every other week from this. I'm doing tutorials, like what I've done tonight. I just can't give you measurements or nothing because, yeah, I'll get in trouble.
Yeah.
It'll be my bad luck. Someone will say, she got caught. Yeah. But the book is great. It has 1,000 blocks in this thing. And if you've never seen the book, it has a section that's all applique. Look, it's like 100 pages of applique. And then another 100 pages of what is called foundation paper piece. And then there's a section called mixed media. And then the biggest section is piecing. Yeah, it's a good book to have. I paid, when I bought it, when I don't know, 2015, I think I bought it. I paid $30 for it. And you can find it on Amazon, and you can also find it on the Barnes and Noble's website, because I saw it on their website too. So it's a nice book. They apparently, when I did some research on this Quiltmakers part of it, they used to do magazines that had 100 blocks in the magazines, and you could
Oh, yeah.
buy them on. They started putting them in books. Yeah, I would love to have the magazines. Wouldn't surprise me if I don't have one of their magazines in my storage unit.
You might.
There's always buying that kind of stuff. Yeah, I might have one. Joe says I would like to applique. I don't know how to do applique, Joe, or we would have already started doing one. See, Linda says I just looked, 26 bucks. Nuss look, yeah, 26 bucks. And you, the sky's the limit in here. I want to learn to do applique, but I need a teacher so that I can learn how to do it right to begin with. Oh, want to see what I thought about trying to do reverse applique on? I have a block in here I'm going to do, and I've actually downloaded and printed there's paper piecing involved in this. That circle is the applique. I want to do this in reverse so that you put a hole in here, you sew the seam with what's on the back side of it, so you have like a dimension into it. And this block is called the hang on a minute. I need to find the tab for it. So I got tabs all on these on the inside of this book. What do y'all think about this one? This one is foundation paper piecing. Would y'all be willing to do this one as as one of the blocks in the future? What do y'all think about that one?
That's pretty cool.
It's all paper piecing, the whole thing.
Yeah.
I think it would look cool to be put in the middle of all that other stuff.
Yeah.
And just do exclusively this as a paper piecing, no other part of it.
Right.
Joe says you would be good at applique. I've never done regular applique. I've only done reverse. That's why I was asking about it, because I know absolutely zero about it. Let me find that block I want to do, because I think it's so modern looking, and it would make a great wall hanging, I think. And it's very some people would say it probably looks like Native American stuff you might see, or indigenous kind of artwork, because it's very interesting to look at. And this one's part paper piecing, part applique, so this would be mixed media. All right, let me see if I can find it. Hey, bear with me here while I look for it. You'd think by now I'd just write the page number down instead of how to look for it. So bear with me 1 minute while I look for it. When you want to find something, you can't find it.
Yeah,
That's always the way it goes, Teresa.
always.
And then when you don't want to find it, it's right there in your face. Really? Let's go back. Let me go backwards to it. It's called Tribal Crossing.
Oh, that's cool looking.
Yeah, that would make a cool modern mini wall hanging quilt. But the circles are the applique and the rest of it's paper piecing. So, and you could get as, you know, extravagant with colors as you want it with it, or you could make it simple just like this. Super easy, fun. Look at Joanna Figueroa's Fig Tree and Co. Okay. I like FPP too. You know, when I started working on my Star Climber, you know, I've done a little bit of FPP here and a little bit there, you know, and I liked it okay, but I am really loving it more than I thought I would, because I'm having fun making my Star Climber blocks up there. Super easy fun. Yep. Linda says it's really fun. There's nothing about quilting I don't love. The only part of making quilts that I don't hate it. I don't dislike it, but I don't like doing it either. I don't like doing borders for some weird reason, but I don't mind doing binding. I don't know why. To me, binding is different than making borders. I don't know why I had such a hard time finding that one. Let me put another sticker in here where I can really find it. Put it on this side, and then I can see it.
Do you have any fusible?
Yes. I have a really lightweight fusible, and then I have something that's a little bit heavier, but I don't know what the difference is between them. But I do have some.
Okay. Because that's important if you want to do applique.
Yeah, I knew it was. With this one, I could just use sew on fusible, not fusible, sew on oh my, what did you just call that? Fusible something.
Fusible webbing?
Yeah, you can buy the sew on kind too. And I have that also. And when you do a reverse, you just sew it on the front, then you cut your hole, and then you trim it to a 1/4 inch, and then you turn it onto the back. And then whatever you're going to add onto the back, to fit that size, and switch how I learned how to do it for my sugary do. And then you sew that on the back along the circle part of it, and then you trim that, whatever you put behind it, you trim it to a 1/4 inch too, and then you have a reverse applique. that simple. But with doing it on top of fabric, I'm clueless. Linda says yeah, there goes the needle turn
Well,
thing.
it depends on if you want to do needle turn applique, or, I mean, there's like 3 or 4 different ways to do applique. If you want to do raw edge, all the applique that I do is raw edge, pretty much.
Okay. I want to start out with what's the simplest so that I can learn the skill itself first.
Well, I think raw edge is the simplest.
Okay.
You know, you don't have to turn the edges over at all, or,
Okay.
but it depends on what look you're going for, you know.
Yeah. Linda says reverse applique is fun. I agree. I enjoyed doing it on the sugary dew. I had a good time. I didn't think I could do it. And then when I followed the instructions the way one of the women explained it and I did it, and I'm like, that's it? There's not, it was like sewing I call it interfacing. That's what I call it. Sew in interfacing, because I used to sew interface when you make shirts and you have like the collar part here, or when you're doing buttons, you sew in interfacing so that you have some substance to it when you're doing stuff to it. Now, Joe says small pieces, raw edge is easier. Needle turn, Linda says, is her favorite applique. I like that it looks puffy. I'm still trying to be a better hand sewer to start with, and I think needle turning will only confuse me. Katie, did you see any of the videos from the Festival of Quilts in Birmingham, UK? No. Joe says, I did reverse for the larger snowman in houses. Who was showing the Festival of Quilts, Luane? I like to, let's see, Linda says she likes to cook and a bit of gardening after years of a big garden. I love gardening and I miss that a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Linda says, oh goodness, it's Maggie's time for her ride in the Polaris. I'll be back pretty soon. Okay, have fun. Okay, so as I said, I'll get that information up and we'll do Tula tomorrow night. Teresa said she'd join me, so we'll see what she's going to work on too. Teresa, are you going to do the Merry Snowman Christmas sew-along, I guess? She says Merry Snowman too. The Merry Snowman, sorry. Let's see,
Is she talking about the one that she's working on? That was something I was thinking about doing this winter.
Wait, since you've been doing this longer than me, I know September is Jelly Roll month, and I actually have a couple of left that I haven't cracked into that are boutique jelly rolls, and I also found another jelly roll I didn't even know I had that was cotton. I found it stashed behind something actually, and I thought, well, maybe I could do some kind of something, because by the time I hear about the jelly roll thing, it's done come and pass, and there's no point in me trying.
Right.
But now that I know it's September the 21st, there's no excuse for me not to at least think about doing something. Do you know what you're going to do for the jelly roll, or are you going to do anything?
I hadn't planned on doing anything. Jelly rolls are not my favorite pre-cut.
That's why I hardly have any.
I do have a bunch of jelly rolls, or half jelly rolls, I guess, because of the sew sampler box. But
would you be interested in doing a jelly roll thing together with me or something, or me come to you and do it?
yeah, we could probably do something.
I was thinking maybe we could do something really simple, a rail fence, or I don't know, or we just invent our own thing.
Oh, please, not a rail fence. I hate that.
No rail fence. Okay, what do you want to do?
I don't know. There's a spider crawling on the ceiling. Well, I don't hate that. I hate saying that word, hate. But
Me too.
Real fence isn't, you know,
We could
my
do
favorite.
something where you cut them down, depending on how many you sew together. We can make square blocks and sew those together in some funny way. Or we could cut them in half and then put a solid something on one side and make stars out of them. I don't know.
You could make my potato chip
Yeah,
friendships
I've never done the
Yeah.
potato chip, so I have no idea how to do it. So,
because that's all 2.5 inch.
okay, so why
And
don't we do
you
that
can
and
do
I get to
that.
learn
And
how to do it?
that's a free pattern.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do that then because I've never done one actually. So it'd be something I can learn how to do. I hear everybody talking about the potato chip one and I've never done it.
Okay.
So one thing I've not done. Hi, Brian. Welcome, welcome. Luane says an AI overview. Is that really AI I see? I hope so. The Festival of Quilts is the big quilt show in Birmingham, England. It's called the Festival of Quilts. It's one of the largest quilting festivals in Europe, attracting tens of thousands. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I'm in Greenland. But it sounds like something fun to go see. But that probably means it's in, is Birmingham inside of the, yeah, I guess it is inside of England, isn't it?
I saw a little bit of it over on Kate's channel, the last homely house. She went to it this year.
Oh, did
So
she?
yeah, if you wanted to see any of it, you could probably go check her channel out.
Okay.
And I'm sure there's other ones, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty big quilt show over there.
So
Hello, Brian.
let me hang up this newest block, and then I'm going to turn take the camera off the other camera and show it to you all together.
Okay.
So you can see now we have 15 blocks.
Oh, those are all written out. I don't care for writing very much anymore.
Mm-hmm. Rather type. I know I would.
Just because it hurts my thumbs, you know.
Yeah.
But got to get this done for the peoples.
Can you hold this still for a minute, please?
What?
Can you put your hand back here and hold it for a minute so I can get this one hung up? Because I'm going to show them the whole thing. Maybe put your hand behind it.
What? My people's yelling at me.
Uh-oh.
A block?
Your hand's not right here.
No, it's right here. What?
Okay. All right. Now I can show it to them. Now keep in mind, this is not the setting I'm doing this in for those that haven't already heard the conversation about it.
That one.
Come on. Oh, wait. I'm going to have to take this off the cord. Hold on, y'all.
One more.
Sorry if I'm making someone sick.
Oh, I'll get tired.
All right, there it is. All 15 of them. Did the camera get stuck?
Yeah, it's like spinning around and
Oh, it's got to catch up.
making me sick.
Sorry. Let me know when you can see it sitting still.
Now, almost. Okay, there we go. I can see it on the laptop.
Okay. So this is not the order I'll be doing them in. I showed a setting that I'm going to be doing them with. But look at all that color.
Yeah, lots of color.
I'm really happy with it though, how it's coming
Yeah.
out.
That's good. How many more blocks are you gonna do?
I'll be doing blocks all the way probably till the first week in January, so I'll have to do. I can
Oh.
give you a count in just a minute.
Oh, you're just gonna keep going until January?
Yeah, we started this on February the 6th, but
Oh,
in
okay.
January, now people have the ability to stop when they're ready, but I'm going to make one that's going to be a queen size, so I need a certain amount of blocks anyway.
Right.
And I think I determined I needed 28. I think that's how many I said. Because I'm gonna do yeah, I think that's what I determined. I'll show you the setting. So everybody sees this, I'm assuming. All right. Now I'm gonna take this phone or this camera offline so I don't make anyone sick. Okay, let me show you the setting that I'm doing so you have an idea, Teresa. And anyone else who missed out on that. It's on page 511 because it's going to be a different kind of setting than you're used to seeing. Let's see, this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 6 by 6 is 36. So I need a lot more, but I want to do it 6 by 7, I think. And this is the setting.
Oh. Oh, wow, that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, it'll be a very interesting look to look
Kind of
at.
cat and wonky.
Yeah, make it all wonky. And it's scrappy. It's yeah, there's 2 blocks up there that are same. I was doing a color study. So one of them will go on the back of the quilt. I have 2 or 3 orphan blocks where I was doing a study of the color. Because when I did the original, I'm like, meh. I wasn't sure if I liked it, so I tried a different background on that one you see where there's 2 of the same thing. And I'll probably end up keeping the one with the lighter background and then put the one with the darker background on the back of the quilt. So I have so far I have 4 orphan blocks that'll probably go on the back. But yeah, you saw 2 of the same thing. It was the it's called hang on, I'll tell you what it's called because you sew this one together different than the rest because you have a partial seam that's involved in it. It's called pivot point. But you saw right, Luane. I know which one you're talking about. And so I also have another one that I have 2 of the same block, but it's sitting up there. I'm going to use those on the back. Okay, y'all want to see my star climber stuff? Uh-oh, I'm missing something here. Annoying. They're a little bit crooked because I kind of dropped it on the floor earlier today because I accidentally knocked them off. And they're not in the order I plan on having them in because this is the wrong direction. It needs to be turned. So this block and this block needs to be turned sideways like you see down on the side. So the courthouse stairs are supposed to be sideways.
Very
So right now,
nice.
but the stars themselves, I'm having fun making them out of scraps.
Yeah, I like that. Looks really nice.
It's going to be very colorful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty. Nice job.
So this is Katie's year of being colorful.
Year of color.
Yep, the year of color. As much as I can get away with.
Yeah.
And of course, my channel sew along is this right here, and it's also going to be very colorful. Okay.
Yep.
I don't know if I have. Oh, let me see.
Really nice.
I think we're going to have lots of fun for sure, for sure.
How big is that one going to be?
This one, the channel sew along, I have decided I'm going, each block is 16 and a half. So I'm going to do 6 across by 5 down, and then I'll know if I need it to be bigger because this one's going to go on our bed for sure.
Yeah.
So
No,
it-
the one behind you. How
yeah,
big is
this
that
one that you're talking about the channel sew along, right?
The
Or are
one
you
right
talking
behind
about
you
Star
that you
Climber?
just showed, the one you
This-
just showed us.
Oh, the Star Climber. Hang on, let me see what the measurements is supposed to be for that one. Because I'm doing the smaller one. Okay, I'm doing because I'm using 4-inch blocks. So the finished size for that one is going to be 39.5 by 39.5.
Oh, so like a
And
wall hanging. Or,
Yeah, so wall hanging. And Sean's doing the lap size, which uses 6-inch blocks, which will be 58.5 by 58.5. Now he mentioned recently that he was thinking about not doing it all the way to that size.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to carry I definitely want to carry mine to that size because I think it's a nice size to hang on the wall, and maybe I could enter it in a quilt show or something. Because I think
Yeah, there you go.
I think it looks good enough for something like that. By the time I get it all sewn together, I think
Yeah.
it would.
I think it'd be nice.
Because even the white is batik. The white is not cotton, regular cotton. Want to know what I am? I have a secret to tell y'all. Want to know my little secret?
Sure.
This will not be done on a live. I'm going to be doing it on the side, and I'll probably make pre-records and then drop the pre-records after I finish it. I'm participating in this.
Oh,
And I'll show you the fabric line I'm going to use. I'm going to use this Corey Yoder Callie & Co. It's called Callie & Co. fabric line. And I have 2 of these.
oh, I think I have some of that.
Yeah, and you see that right there? I ordered that as for the background.
Oh,
go.
nice.
I'll be using that as the background while making these blocks from the 2 of these. So this is cotton here, not batiks. And it also came with a pattern. I don't know if you've seen the pattern or not. All jelly rolls come with, not jelly rolls, sorry. All Jolly bars comes with a free pattern.
Right.
And this is the free pattern right here.
Very nice.
So from what I understand, because this is book number 5 of the Jolly Bar book, so I have all of them now. When these patterns that are free, after a certain amount of time, these end up apparently in a book.
Oh, okay.
And she had said something to that effect because she says it's like years. I don't know how many years or anything, because I don't know how long they've been making jelly or Jolly bars. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing on the side, incognito, and then I'll share the videos and the finished quilt top. Once I'll have the videos ready to go, and once I finish the quilt, then I'll start dropping the videos, because it'll probably take me a little bit longer since I have 7 ongoing projects going on at the same time.
You do.
All of them relate to the channel except for my PMQ. My
Imagine that.
yeah. Quiltamon says, "Have a wonderful night, everyone. Got to go."
Okie dokie,
Bye.
bye.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else we should cover, and then I think I'm gonna get off of here. So we can be ready for tomorrow.
Okie doke.
I was wondering if there was something else. I think I covered everything. What do you think?
I think you have, yeah.
Yep. All right. And can't wait to see what you're doing.
What I'm doing tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Hopefully-
everyone. Tell them one more
hopefully,
time about your.
More fun than what I did today.
Yeah. Well, I'm not complaining. Just tell them about your channel and all the rigmarole as always.
Hello,
And-
everybody, and goodbye, everybody. My name's Teresa Louise. I quilt too. That's my channel. I come on Sunday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, live. And you'll never know what I'm making. So you just
That's
have to
right.
show up.
That's right. And thank you everyone for coming today to watch my live. And I hope you enjoyed my newest block installment of the 1000 block Quiltmakers blocks. I really enjoyed that. There was a lot of pieces and I was like thinking I was out of my mind, but nope, I had fun. So have a great night. Remember to live, laugh, love, and dream. And what do? You make something beautiful. Good night, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Good night.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Nora.
She's whining. She wants something.
Yeah, I just heard her.
What do you want? Do you need to go shoo-shoo? You need to go shoo-shoo?